Hello, everyone. Welcome to Midday Yoga. We're going to start standing today, and we'll get right into our half sun salutations, move through some lunge salutations, and then some regular sun salutations. So just start at the top of your mat, facing forward, shoulders stacked over hips, hips over knees, knees over ankles. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more full breath in. And one more full breath out. Bring your hands to heart center. Go ahead and set an intention, purpose, or dedication for your practice this afternoon. Inhale. Exhale, seal your intention on your heart. Starting with our half sun salutations. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Bring your shoulders up to hip height. Exhale, fold. Light bend in your knees, reach arms out, reach arms all the way up, grow tall. Place hands at heart center. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale, flat back like you're an upside down L. Exhale, fold forward, soft bend in your knees as you reach out and up, growing tall at the top. Bring hands to heart center. Full breath in, full breath out. One more half salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold forward, light bend in your knees, straight legs, ground down, reach up. Place hands at heart center, big breath in, big breath out. Adding lunges. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Lift shoulders to hip height. Step your right foot back. Inhale, lift right up to your high crescent lunge. Exhale, settle. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release hands down, step back, down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Taking a modified vinyasa, come forward to your high plank. Drop your knees and lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Just take a little mini cobra. Lift your heart and chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Ground your knees down. Just push up onto your knees and then tuck your toes and come to your down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, place it through. Inhale, lift up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, steady your legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release hands down, step forward and fold. Inhale, return to your flat back, shoulders hip height. Exhale, fold forward. Ground down to your feet, lift up, reach up. Hands to heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, send your left foot back. Lift right up to your high crescent lunge and then settle through your legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release hands down, step back, down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Modified vinyasa, shift forward, high plank. Drop your knees and lower all the way down. Let's take a full locust on this one. Arms by your sides, lift your heart and chest to lift your legs. Ground down through your hips as you lift from both ends and squeeze your glutes. Hands under shoulders. You can press up to the tabletop first or tuck your toes and come all the way up to your down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Lift your left leg up. Place it through. Lift up high, crescent lunge. Settle. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Hands down. Step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Tap your shins or thighs if you need to. Fold forward. Ground down to your feet as you spring up. Reach up. Hands to heart center. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Just finding that rhythm of breath. Lift to your flat back and send your right foot back. Tap your right knee down this time. Lift yourself up. Hands tap your left knee. Now sink into your front knee, but keep your hips nice and strong. So a little bit of a tilt of your hips. This front hip comes up. Your tailbone goes down slightly. Keep your strong hip. And then reach your right arm up. Settle in a little bit deeper. But keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Nice long and strong front body. Take a little back bend if you'd like back. Release your hands down. Tuck toes behind you. Step back, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Modified vinyasa. Come forward, high plank. You can drop your knees or lower yourself all the way down to the low push-up. Coming into a Sphinx pose this time. Slide your elbows under your shoulders. Ground down through your forearms and lift your heart and chest. Press your feet down, lift your knees, peek up. Hands come back under your shoulders. You can tuck your toes and come right to the dog. You can always come through a tabletop. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift your right leg high. Place it through to your lunge. Drop your left knee down. Lift yourself up. Tap your right knee. Settle in. Just hang here on this one. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, release, hands down. Tuck toes, gaze at the front of your mat. Step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Fold forward. Ground down through feet, lift up through legs. Reach palms. Hands to heart center. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Lift to your flat back. Step your left foot back. So this is all just pacing and rhythm of our breath. Drop your left knee down. Lift your hands up. Now keep your hips engaged. Feel that slight tilt of your tailbone down as you tip your left hip forward. Your right hip should come with it too. Option to reach your left arm up as you settle a little deeper. Maybe you add a back bend, reaching up, reaching back. Release hands down. Tuck toes, lift your left knee, step back, down dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Taking a full vinyasa with a chaturanga this time. Come forward, high plank. You can always drop knees as you lower to your low push-up. Come into a cobra or an upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Big inhale, big exhale. Send your left leg high. Lace it through to a lunge. Drop your right knee down. Lift your hands up, tap your knee. Stay tall as you settle into hips. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release hands, tuck toes, gaze forward, step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Fold forward, ground down, reach up, cross palms, hands to heart center, mountain pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Lift your flat back. This time you have the option to step, walk, or jump yourself back. If you do that, I want you to take your hands really far forward. Try to keep your hips low and jump back from there. You can move through a vinyasa, a chaturanga. You can stay in your dog. Taking what you need. Big breath in. Big breath out. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more full rounded breath. Now you have the option to hop forward again. But again, if you do that, keep your hips low and then jump yourself forward and fold. Find your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms out, reach arms up, find palms at the top. Bring hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Just 1 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Lift your flat back. Reach forward if you're going to take the jump back. It's almost like a float forward to get you back. And then you can lower down. You can come to your dog. You can take any variation in between. 3 big rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take 1 more round of breath. Bend your knees. Step, walk, or jump yourself forward. Lift your flat back. Fold. Ground down, reach up, catch palms, maybe peek up. Hands to heart center. Full inhale. Full exhale. Moving through our step backs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Find your flat back. Step your right foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, forward and up. High crescent lunge. Find that steady steeple base. Now plant your back foot and open up to your warrior 2. We're going to come in a little different today. So bring your hands to your hips first and kind of square your hips forward to the right corner of your mat. So not fully forward, just about halfway. Then with your legs nice and strong and your front knee over your ankle, start to square your hips over towards the right side of the room. Just stop whenever you feel like your hip needs to stop. Then bring your hands to heart center. Turn your shoulders to square them towards the right side of the room. Then reach arms out. Gaze past your fingertips. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and back like you want to tap the back wall. Keep that front knee strong. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cartwheel down, twisted lunge. Keep your left hand on your left knee to prevent it from fanning out. Twist from your core, peek up. Release your left hand down. Step back, down dog. Full round of breath. Your choice which vinyasa you take. You can always come to a cobra, a locust. You can hover forward and just take a high plank and then lift your hips to your down dog. You can also always stay in your dog and walk it out. Lift your right leg high. Curl your knee to your nose, feel that rounding. Send your right leg up. Hover your right knee to your right elbow and pause. Lift your right leg high. Place it through, gaze forward, step forward and fold. Lift your flat back. Fold forward, bend your knees. This time keep knees bent and reach arms back. Then sweep forward and up to a fierce or chair pose. Settle through hips. Straighten your legs and reach up. Bring arms down by your sides and let's take a tree pose. Shifting weight into your left foot, lift your right knee to 90. Take your right leg out to the side. Bring your foot into your thigh, calf, or ankle. And then your choice which arm variation you take. Hands to heart center. You can reach up. You can interlace and flip up. Lift your heart and chest to grow tall. Slowly bring yourself back in, hands to heart center, knee to 90. Reach your left arm up. We're coming right into a dancer's. As you take your right leg back, bring your right arm back to catch your right foot behind you. Find that length in your left side, and then kick into your hand. Let the kick be what brings you up. You can reach forward, you can hinge forward. You can always keep your top knee lifted. Take one more breath in your dancers. Bring your knees back together and release your foot. Take a backstroke or windmill of your arms and land in your conscious mountain pose. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Lift your flat back. Step your left foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Plant your back foot and find your warrior two. And bring your hands to heart center. Just take your hips lightly forward again to that left corner, left edge of your mat, and let them settle. Then start to square your hips to the left, but stop whenever this hip stops. So I don't want you to force or jam anything in your back or your left hip. Bring hands to heart center. Then square your shoulders. Now reach arms out. Gaze past your fingertips. Full round of breath. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach back. Cartwheel down to your twisted lunge. Left hand planted. Right hand keeps your right knee in towards your midline. Twist and peek up. Take your right hand down. Step back. Down dog. Full round of breath. Your choice. Vinyasa flow. Stay in the dog. Or take something in between. Coming back to our down dog, lift your left leg high. Pull your knee into your nose around your spine. Send your left leg up. Hover your left knee to your left elbow and pause. Send your left leg high. Lace it through. Gaze forward. Step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Shoulders up, hip height. Fold forward, bend your knees, and reach arms back. Now keeping your hips low, sweep forward and up, fierce or chair. Straighten your legs. Bring your arms down by your sides. Let's come into our tree. Shift weight into your right foot. Lift your left knee, hip height. Take it out to the side. Bring your foot into your thigh, calf, or ankle. Then take the arm variation of your choice. Feeling the grounding in your right leg, your right foot. And at the same time, finding lift in your heart and chest. Feeling the opposition. Take a full round of breath. Bring hands back to heart center. Let your left knee come to 90. Coming into our dancers, reach your right arm up. Take your left arm back to catch your left foot behind you. Pause if you need to, so make sure you're steady. And then start to kick back. Start to hinge in. You can reach forward. You can hinge forward. Take one more breath in your dancers. Bring your knees back together. Release your foot. Backstroke, windmill your arms. Land in your conscious mountain pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Find your flat back. Step your right foot back. This time, plant your right foot down and lift yourself up like you're coming into a warrior one. But again, hips are squared towards the right corner of your mat. So we're not going to worry about squaring our hips forward. Now bring your hands to your hips. We're coming into a bent knee triangle. And just slightly hinge forward. Then bring your forearm down to your knee. And then start to lift your back hip. Once it stops, let it stop. Place your hand on your heart or your chest and lift your right shoulder. Then take your right arm straight up, bent knee triangle. Gaze at your top thumb. Take a full round of breath. Lift yourself back to your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to do the same thing with a straight leg triangle. So bring your hips slightly forward and then hinge yourself down. Almost like you're coming all the way down to that lunge, but we're not going to tap our mat yet. So let your upper body drop. Place your left hand to the outside of your left leg. You can always use a block if you have one or something similar to a yoga block. You can also tap your hand on your shin. Just don't put too much weight on that shin. Now lift your back hip. Now hand to your heart. Lift your heart and chest. Then lift your right arm up. Same triangle pose, just coming in a little different. Take a full round of breath. Lift yourself up. Bend into your front knee, warrior two. Cartwheel down to your twisted lunge, right hand planted. Left arm can lift up this time if you'd like. Can always stay on your knee or your hip. Now bring your left hand to your hip and walk your left foot across your mat. So just to about mid-mat. We're gonna add a little hip stretch here. Roll onto the pinky side of your back foot, your right foot, almost like you were in a side plank, and then lift your hips up. Take your left arm up if you'd like. Lift your hips high. Bring your hand back to your hip. Walk your left foot back in, come back to your lunge. Step back, high plank. Inhale. Your choice, exhale, lift to down dog. Move through a vinyasa or take a variation in between. Lift your right leg high. Curl your knee into your nose, round your spine. Send your right leg out. Hover your right knee into your right elbow. Now take it over to your left elbow. From here, take it forward. Ground down through your right hand and lift your left arm up, coming into a fallen triangle or fallen star pose. Ground down through your back leg. Peek at your thumb. Unravel, left hand down, right leg high. Place it through. Just gaze to the front of your mat. Step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Sweep back to your fierce or chair. Now straighten your legs and reach up. Coming into a standing twist, lift your right knee to 90. Take your left arm forward and your right arm back. Gaze back at your thumb. Option to cup your knee for support. You can also reach for your big toe or your foot and take the kick out forward. Try to peek back at that back thumb. Continue to grow tall. Slowly hinge yourself back up. Arms reach up, knees at 90. Float your hands to heart center and take your right leg back for a warrior 3 or T pose. So move nice and slow, like you're moving through water or mud. And then reach your arms back. As you lift your arms, lift your right leg a little higher. Flex your foot. Slowly bring your right knee to 90. Reach arms up. Release arms down first. Keep your left leg working. Release your right foot down. Take a full round of breath. You can shake out feet or ankles if you feel like you need it. Inhale, reach up, optional back bend. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Find your flat back. Step your left foot back. Plant your left foot down. Lift your arms straight up and sink into your front knee. Like you're in that warrior 1, but it's like a warrior 1.5, hips towards the corner of your mat. Place your hands on your hips and start to drop down. Bring your forearm, your elbow to your knee. Then start to take your back hip up. Bring your hand to your heart, lift up, and then lift your left arm. Bent knee triangle. Peek up. Full round of breath. Lift back up to your warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Hands to hips, same thing, but straight leg triangle instead of bent knee. So front leg is straight. Grab your block if you'd like to use it. Let your heart and chest drop down towards your front leg. Then release your hand to the floor and the block or your shin. Lift your top hip just as far as it goes. When it stops, let it stop. Hand to your heart. Square your chest. Then lift your left arm. Straight leg triangle. Tadasana pose. Maybe gaze up. Try to pull this top shoulder back away from your ear. Keep that long spine. Lift yourself up to standing. Bend into your front knee. Tap the warrior 2. Cartwheel down. Twisted lunge. Right arm can lift this time. It can always stay at your knee or your hip. Now bring your right hand to your hip. Walk your right foot across your mat and spin onto the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Just getting this nice hip stretch. Again, it's like you're in a side plank. Ground down to your right foot and your right pinky toe and lift your hips. Maybe you take your right arm up. Bring your hand back to your hip. Walk your right foot forward. You're in a lunge. Release your hand. Step back, high plank. Your choice, move through a vinyasa. Stay in your dog. Always up to you. Meeting in our dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Take your left leg high. Curl your knee into your nose round. Send your left leg up. Hover your left knee to your left elbow and pause. Use your core, take it over to your right elbow. Send it through. Roll onto your back foot. Lift up. Fallen triangle or fallen star pose. Right hand down. Take your left leg high. Place it through. Gaze forward. Step forward and fold. Find your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Sweep forward and up, fierce or chair. Straighten both legs. Lift your left leg, coming back to our standing twist. Take your right arm forward and your left arm back. You can tap your knee. You can reach for your big toe or the inside of your foot. Try for the kick out. Try to stay tall wherever you are. And peek back. Now slowly unravel forward. Shaking is okay. It means that those muscles are working. Reach up. Hands to heart center. Nice and slow. Take your left leg back. Warrior 3 or T-pose. It's just a hinge from your hips for your front body and just hinging forward and pressing back. Reach arms back. And that little lift in your heart and chest, like you're in an up dog. And then slowly bring your left knee back to 90. Reach arms up. Release your arms by your sides. Release your left leg down. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Take your feet about the width of your mat. So your toes can be off your mat if you'd like. If you have long legs, that'll be helpful. Heels pressed down. We're coming into a yogi squat or a malasana. So let your hips settle towards your mat and catch your elbows inside your knees. Now press your palms to lift your heart and chest. You can stay here in your yogi squat. If you'd like to play, you can come into a crow or a crane and arm balance. You can also take a headstand or a headstand if there's one in your practice. So you have about 2 or 3 breaths to play. Just a quick one today. We'll eventually meet in the down dog, so you can make your way there early too. When you're ready, step, walk, or jump yourself back to your dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. You have one more optional vinyasa here if you'd like to take one. If not, just take a strong dog, pressing into hands, pressing into feet. When we meet back in our dog, I want you to really feel your legs and your hips. So ground down through the balls of your feet and through all 10 toes, really press them into the mat. And then without moving your feet, press your feet to the outside edges of your mat, like you're pulling your mat apart. Like you want to pull that part in between your feet apart. Feel your legs laid up. Maybe you feel it in your hips. Big breath in. Big breath out. Look at your hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands and lay back on your mat. I'm just going to take one bridge or wheel pose. So your choice. Again, if you have a block, you can always make it a restorative bridge. Lay back and pull your heels in towards your glutes. If you're taking bridge, press hands and feet down to lift your hips. If you're taking a wheel, same thing, but your hands can come by your ears, fingertips facing your shoulders. Press down and lift up. If you want to make this more restorative, you can always use that block or a prop underneath your low back. Try to squeeze your glutes. So get your back body involved here. Everything working together. The whole body working together. Lift your hips up, squeeze your glutes, ground down through hands and feet. And then slowly lower yourself down. Take a block out if you had one. Let your knees fall out to the side, soles of your feet together. Take a wide bound angle. Place a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. Just taking a few breaths here to let your spine neutralize. Full inhale. Full exhale. Take your left hand to the inside of your left thigh and just gently press it down. It's just going to be here for support. So you can almost kind of cup your inner thigh. And then take your right foot up to the ceiling, almost like you're in a happy baby. This is like a half happy baby pose. Catch the outside of your foot and pull your knee down towards your mat. So if you feel any pinching in your right hip, try to take your knee a little farther away from your body. Or you can not pull your foot or your knee down as much. Just kind of come out of it a little if you feel any impingement or pinching. Inhale, pull your right knee down. Exhale, release. Come back to your Supta Baddha or wide bound angle. Full breath in. Full breath out. Place your right hand to the inside of your right thigh. Lift your left leg up. Catch the outside of your left foot. Again, it's like a half happy baby. So knee is bent, sole of your foot up towards the ceiling. Catch that outside edge. Pull your left knee down. Full inhale. Full exhale. Release your left foot. Come back to your wide bound ankle. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bring your knees back together, soles of your feet on the floor. Pull both knees in for a double knee to chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Let your spine be long. You can rock side to side. You can make little circles with your low back. If you'd like, you can take a full happy baby. That might feel really nice after your half happy babies. And happy baby, you can rock side to side. Pull your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Then send your feet down to the floor again, knees bent. We're just gonna take one more twist, a wide-legged twist. So walk your feet out to the edges of your mat, arms to a T or goalpost arms. Let your knees fall to the right. Stack your right ankle on your left knee and press it down towards your mat. You can gaze to the left. Unstack your right ankle, gaze back to center, and then nice and slow, windshield wiper your legs side to side. When your knees fall to the left again, keep them there. Stack your left ankle on your right knee, gaze to the right. Just falling into your twist, softening into your twist. Take your gaze back to center. Unstack your left ankle. Take that nice windshield wiper side to side. If you'd like, you can hug your knees in for another double knee to chest. If you're ready for your Shavasana, you can just send your legs long. Let your feet fall out and palms face up. Pick your shoulder blades up off your mat and then pull them back and down. No tension in your neck or shoulders. Close your eyes, receive your practice, and enjoy your final resting pose. I'm just going to mute myself so you don't get any background noise, and I'll come back with 3 rings of the bell. Enjoy. Start to wiggle fingers, unwiggle toes, bringing awareness back into your body. When you're ready for a larger movement, you can hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug and thank yourself for making it to your mat this afternoon. Reach your right or left arm back, whichever feels more natural, and roll onto that side, falling into fetal position or position of new beginnings. Recall the intention, purpose, or dedication you set at the beginning of your practice. You have the option to set a new one right here to take you through the rest of your Thursday, maybe even into your Friday or weekend. Press yourself up to seated, facing forward. Bring your hands to heart center. You can keep eyes closed and tuck your chin, or you can glance down at your fingertips and tuck your chin. Take an inhale to sit up nice and tall. On your exhale, just let the breath go. Let's recognize the peace and light within each and every one of us by bowing forward together and saying namaste or thank you.